You already know there's friends and family to Real Concepts Nation, but right now we have a celebrity friend and family member, Mr. Stephen Baldwin. Y'all might remember him from Keepin TV, where we put together the Laws Lounge. Right now he's going to just tell us what's been going on in the world of Stevie B. Tell him what's up, baby.
Just got done shooting Celebrity Apprentice with Donald Trump. That was on for a little while.
How was that? Come on, kick it. How was that?
It was awesome, man. I mean, what's so cool is it was right in the middle of the actors' strike and the writers' strike and all that stuff. And what was wild was they picked the show up for a second season. The Apprentice had been canceled. They weren't doing it anymore. So we didn't know, when we were filming it, we didn't know what the ratings would do and if it would come back and be a success. It was the most successful season, ratings-wise, ever in the history of Apprentice. So, with the exception, I think, of like the first episode of the very first season.
You definitely had something to do with that, right?
No, it was just it was nice to be a part of the revival of The Apprentice. You know what I mean? So that was cool. A lot of people enjoyed it. I'm getting ready to develop my own reality show with Mark Burnett right now. He does Apprentice and Survivor.
He puts it together. You know what I'm saying?
I'm traveling around the country with my ministry called the Assault Tour. It's spelled as Salt Tour.
And well, that's what we want to know about. Like, we built the Laws Lounge, and you were set to go on this big tour, and everybody's been hearing about it. But how's the experience of going around pretty much almost the world with the Laws Lounge? I know you're kind of staying in the United States, but what's the plans with the Laws Lounge, and what's going on with that movement?
I think we got to get back over to Real Concepts, bro, and go bigger and better.
Oh, okay. So now, a little bit bigger budget, bigger things. What, we're going to do a tractor trailer? Let's do a tractor trailer.
I would love to.
Yeah?
I would love to. That would be awesome.
You heard it first. Keeping it real TV. Stevie B wants to know if we could upgrade the Laws Lounge. No problem, Stevie B. You know why? We ain't doing it for the money. We ain't doing it for the fame. Who we doing it for?
Doing it for the Lord Jesus. And to keep it real, baby.
Keeping it real, baby. And Stevie, listen, I'm gonna hit everybody on the reel right now. Stevie grabbed me in the back. He's like, you know what, Charlie B, you need to find Jesus. And you know what? I'm not even gonna front right now. When you hit me with that, I really pondered the whole fact right there. And you know what the truth is? You saw the Keeping It Real piece, right?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Was it cool or what?
I loved it. I loved it.
You know what? So it was all good. And at the end of the day, man, I think I did find another place in my life. Like, that whole experience, because at first I did it just for to get the fame, the popularity, to get the exposure. But you kind of kicked it to me in the back and you were preaching. I really believe that what you're doing is really cool, and a lot of people are kind of thinking it's crazy. He went in one direction, kind of just switched. Could you just tell us what it was in your life that really made you make that switch, and how you've stuck to your vision right now as far as what you're doing, not only with the Laws Lounge, but with your movement, with the gospel, and with the ministry?
Well, I saw kids out on the street that were skateboarders, that were hip-hop people, that were extreme sports people, a whole subculture of kids out there that, they don't have a relationship with God, you know what I mean? And the way we're moving in the culture right now, everything's moving away from God, it's really moving into a dark place in the world. So for me, God transformed my heart, but that happened as a result of me doing it according to the Bible and God's way and not my way anymore, and that's what makes the difference. So for me, that just really motivated me to want to give back to God, give back to these kids out on the street, and make them really come into hopefully an understanding of what this experience is like, how I can help them, really explain to them, make them understand why they were born, and come into this experience that's really the reason that life is all about. So for me, it's about giving back, doing ministry, but doing it in a way that isn't that dorky, cheesy Christian things that kids are running away from the church for. It's taking it to the street like Jesus did. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, he did that. He was a big promoter back in the day, BC.
He was hardcore. He was the hardest core that ever was. Listen, life's about choices. And, if you got God in your heart, if you got God in your life, and you're living for God to the best of your ability, it's not about being perfect, bro. A lot of people get confused. They think that they can't be a person of faith because they think that they're not worthy enough or good enough. It's not even about that. It's about giving your heart to God and trusting that God can do it for you. So I would say to everybody that's down with Charlie B, just keep it real, do the right thing, and just try to, be the best person you can be.